Hi friends, week 48. This is Lisa and I am making my 48th video of Bashar's formula. So each week I follow Bashar's formula as I go through my week, and I try to keep it forefront in my mind, and I experience my life and the challenges that I face and the wins that I have for the week, and then I just do a little video and talk about my results. So this is the way that I'm sharing my passion with the world for right now. So yeah, week 48, this was a great week in many ways. Looking down at my notes. This week I had a lot of family time, which is always amazing. I'm so grateful to live a couple of doors down from my oldest daughter, who has my 2 grandchildren, and then my youngest daughter is a senior in high school, and it was great this week because she had prom, so we got to I went with her to get her hair fixed, and then she had pictures, and it's just fun celebrating that with her and being a part of that whole experience. So this was her senior prom, so this will be the last prom unless she goes with somebody next year, but yeah, very special time. So that was this week. And also at school, I've been getting kids ready to take a standardized test that they have to take. I work in Tennessee, and they have to take a test called the TCAP at the end of the year. And I'm a social studies teacher, so I've been just doing a lot of reviewing and giving away little prizes and stuff, trying to get them motivated and interested in reviewing for the test. It's the end of the year, so it is challenging to do that. I also have a trip coming up this summer with my boyfriend that I have been planning. So we are going to be going meeting up in Florida, and then from there we're going to go on a trip. He doesn't know about it, so I'm not gonna say all the details because he might watch this video. But I've been having a lot of fun planning that, and I also teach ancient history, and I am planning a trip along with, well, I'm planning the trip, and along with us meeting together, we are going to be exploring an ancient historical site. So more to come on that as far as what we did and where we went. But I am also going to be developing some curriculum to go along with that. So one of the things that I've pretty much decided to do this year is focus a lot on my starting a business. Curriculum development focused on ancient history, and then maybe consciousness activities, different things like that. So I haven't cemented everything, but I've just started thinking about it more, and then actually planning a little bit more than I had before. So solidifying the plan, I guess you could say. So challenges this week, not feeling well. So I did get sick for a few days this week. I am doing the weight loss shot, the GLP-1 tirzepatide. And so this week I ate something that did not agree with me, and I got really nauseous, and it lasted for a couple of days, really. And it was a chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A, just a fried chicken sandwich. I didn't have any fries or anything with it, but it did not agree with me at all. And so that was not very much fun, but I got over that fairly fast within a couple of days. And another challenge would be the students that I'm working with. Some of them, I teach there's about 70 of them altogether, and most of the kids are amazing. They're really sweet, and they're well behaved, and they're interested in learning, but there are just a handful of students that are very challenging, that don't enjoy school and would rather be doing something else, honestly. So those students kind of trigger me with their behavior, even though I don't want to be triggered, and I try hard to stay in a positive state. I think this week I kind of let it get to me a little bit too much. So one of the teachings that Bashar has that I use to try to help me with this, it's called the 4 C's. So Bashar says that whenever you have any type of challenge, if you approach it from this standpoint, then you can actually get a positive benefit from it. So first he says to remain calm. The first C is calmness. So remain calm whenever you face a challenge. Do not panic. Stay in a positive state if possible. If not, at least try to remain neutral. And then just remember that events do not have built-in meaning. So the students who are misbehaving, even though I take it personal, like they are being disrespectful to me or whatever, if I don't give their behavior meaning, then I'm not going to feel negative about it. So I found myself getting caught up in giving their behavior meaning and giving it a negative meaning. But next time it happens, if I can stay in a positive state, or at least a neutral state, and just be calm and not take it personally, then that would be a much better approach. So he says to stay calm, don't give it meaning, remain neutral. And just remember, no matter what the challenge is, you can get a positive result from that challenge if you approach it in the right way. And then just remind yourself that this incident is an opportunity for expansion. So we all came here for expansion. We all came here as souls in order to have challenges so that we can overcome those challenges and grow as souls. And so yeah, next time though, this time I failed, but next time I'm going to do this. The next thing is confidence. To remain confident that you understand the principles. You've learned the principles from Bashar, and you know how reality works. So be confident that everything can serve double duty. So this incident happened, for example, for me, students being disrespectful, and not following my directions and misbehaving in class. Be confident that you can utilize this challenge to your advantage. Be confident that the outcome will benefit you and everything that's important to you. Also, be childlike. Look at the incident like a treasure, hiding a benefit that you can somehow discover. So students being disrespectful to me, what is this in this whole situation? I can ask myself, like, be curious about it. What is it in this whole situation? Where's the gift in this? What can I learn from this? How can I use this experience for my own personal growth? And just try to realize that you put this challenge, from a soul level anyway, on your path for a reason. And get curious about why. Like, oh, I wonder, it's kind of like a little mystery that you can solve. I wonder why I put this here. In my case, I think that the reason why I put the challenges with students in my path is to push me towards doing something that I'm actually going to enjoy a lot more. So like designing curriculum or developing curriculum, and having my own business, being an entrepreneur, I think I'm going to enjoy that a lot more. But it's risky because I've been a teacher for a long time, so I'm at kind of a pretty comfortable pay, and I'm able to have a very comfortable life, even though there are aspects to the job that I don't really enjoy. And then also like getting up and driving to work and being on somebody else's schedule instead of just following my excitement and like getting up in the morning and doing things that in the way that I like to do it. I still believe that I'll probably work a lot because I do really enjoy a lot of the things related to my job. So I think I'll still do that. I'll still study, I'll still learn, I'll still create. But doing it on my time is a lot more exciting to me. So anyway, I think in hindsight, that challenge was put on my path to remind me to devote more time to developing my own career as an entrepreneur. The fourth C is creativity. So Bashar says to look at all the components and use them in the most creative way that you can. Use your imagination and your creativity to find the path that works for you. So the way that somebody else handled the situation, for example, the disrespectful or misbehaving students, I could use the path that somebody else used in order to handle that situation, or I could create my own path that works for me. And so this, everything that I'm doing now and I'm talking about now, to me is creating my own path. So I am looking at this whole incident as a learning experience, and how next time, whenever I feel myself in that same situation, I can choose a different way of reacting to it than I did. Instead of getting, all worked up and feeling negative about the students and about what happened, I can follow this little formula that Bashar put together, the 4 C's, and I can get a positive result, and I can think of it as a challenge and something that is going to benefit me instead of something that is going to bring me down and lower my vibration. So yeah, the 4 C's, again, those were calmness, confidence, curiosity, and creativity. And he calls this the art of the challenge and responding to challenges in this way. So that's all that I have to share for you for this week. And again, this is week 48 for me, and my goal is to do this for 52 weeks. So I'm almost there. I've almost met my goal. I've been doing this for almost a whole year now. So proud of myself for sticking with it. I hope that you'll think about doing something similar, or maybe liking or subscribing to my channel and then sharing your experiences. I'd love to have a community where we can share our experiences of actually applying Bashar's formula to our life, because to me, that's the missing piece. Sometimes we learn all of this spiritual knowledge and all of this wisdom from people like Bashar and Abraham Hicks, but sometimes we don't apply it, and that is really the part that's the most important, in my opinion. Okay, well, that's it for the week, and I look forward to sharing with you guys again next week. Have a great week.